Alright there folks, and welcome back to the journey with Clyde. Are we there yet? We're getting there. We may as well start on the finances screen. It hides our performance, it hides our fixtures, obviously, so that's the main reason, but finances, pretty decent. A few new contracts have been awarded, a few players asking for more money, essentially because we're the 11th currently. I've spoiled it, 11th best team in Scotland because we are in first place in the championship. So you can see profit-wise, 354k. We've got a cup game coming up. Not today, Scottish Cup 4th round. It'll be the next episode. I promise this time I will make sure the recording is working properly. Rangers will be visiting the Broadwood. That's going to be exciting. You can see there our run of results since you were last with us against Inverness. We made hard work of Edinburgh in the third round of the Cup, but we did win the game even though we had Sean Rooney sent off, which sort of weakened our position. We did have to have a bit of a row with the players at half time, and admittedly 2 penalties as well, so the referee certainly involved 2 penalties and a red card, but 3-1 it was and progression it is. St Mirren, a 2-1 win again. We had to battle hard for this one. We have been upset a little bit by the Dingwall removal. The injury to Russ is a big miss. He's such a vital player for us, as it's turned out. Despite that first season where he only managed 1 goal, he certainly came good, and we are missing him. He's due back in a couple of weeks, actually, so hopefully we can get him up to speed. So we did manage to beat St Mirren by 2-1. Then a real humdinger of a tie away at Ayr United. This was 2nd v 3rd at the time. A 6-4 win. It was all over the place, to be honest. They just 2 teams playing really good attacking football and defensively not quite right. But you can see there Drew McCreath, Mark McBride and Dylan McKendry. A Mark McBride hat-trick there, settling matters. 6-4. It really did. We were always in control of the game, and that was the most pleasing thing. I'm struggling to remember now, and I find it hard looking at all these times. I don't think they ever actually were ahead. So we were always in control. Were we? No, but I think we were always at least level. That's the worst it got for us, so that was great. Then 3-1-0 wins, 2 of them away from home, which was ideal. Dunfermline late winners as well. John Smith, 79th minute from a corner, and then away at Falkirk, Drew McCreath again from a corner, 87th minute, so even later that time. And then and out on the hour mark, Dylan McKendry, so he's popping up with a few goals now after bemoaned our lack of goals coming from outside of the striking options. Saw off Morton, so it was 3-1-0 on the bounce. Frustratingly, a trip to Kilmarnock that looked to have been all won, 3-3. Well, the game was won until this moment here. We may as well have a quick look at it just to see. Not a kind of goal I like to see in any kind of game. 86 minute this was. As we run it forward, I thought we might have been just putting the game beyond Kilmarnock, but no. Fitzpatrick, our backup striker, drawing a save out of their goalkeeper before Jones launched it there. It was headed away. That ball there, you think Blair Curry's going to take that, but he doesn't. He just stands there and waits for Irwin to tap home. It happens, doesn't it? But it always seems to happen against you. So 3-3 as it was. But fortunately now we have 3 home games in a row in the league. 4 if you count the Scottish 4th Cup. Scottish 4th Cup, there's an idea. Scottish Cup 4th round against Rangers. It is Hamilton, though. A team that we've failed to beat this season, but aren't in the best of shape. 23 points for them. Just 1 place above that relegation playoff, so you can see there what it all means for us. 49 points. Inverness and Ayr have fallen away somewhat. You can see the gap to Morton is only 9 points then. And that basically means that essentially it's those teams, Inverness and Ayr, that have started to fall away a bit, and we've managed to maintain. If we continue to maintain, you just never know. What else has changed? Nothing really. We've had an interview. We didn't apply. I haven't applied for any jobs, but I am a wanted man. I've had an interview with Rotherham United of League One. You can see they're wanted by Hello, Celtic. Hello. I'll talk to any big clubs really, and I see Rotherham as a step up. We were quite clear in the interview though. We want to finish this campaign with Clyde. If Celtic come knocking, I'll move now. Probably true also Aberdeen, but I don't want to move to Rotherham mid-season. That said, they're in the mid. I think they're in mid-table League One at the moment. Let's just have a quick look, shall we? Actually, so we don't want to join a team that's just been relegated to the English League 2. That would be you can see secure finances as well. 12th place, yeah. So 31 at 9 points to clear the drop zone. They're probably safe, closer to the playoffs. I mean, if they manage to make it up to the Championship, you never know. But I'd see that as a step up. Realistically, they've got some good players that would probably suit. I mean, he looks good just from the stats we can see. But anyway, we probably won't get it because we're not available now. So, yeah, I'll see you pitch side in just a moment for this massive game against Hamilton. Hopefully we can win and keep continuing on. See, we've got a bit of a defensive issue that I'll sort out, but you'll see the team in just a second. I'll see you pitch side. So there are our teams then. Injury to Morgan Neal. I didn't show you that. Big injury for him. He broke something. He broke his pelvis during training, so he's out for a substantial amount of time, 4 or 5 months. It all means that Petkoff does get his chance. He's going to play in the middle of defence today. Carl Johnson will come into the back three. We are a little bit light at centre-half. Our only remaining centre-half option is Sean Rooney, who we usually use as a right wing-back. But other than that, it is the first team, minus, of course, the wizard up front in Dingwall. McBride continues up front with Smith and McCreath. So, fingers crossed, we can finally get one over on Hamilton. And, well, as I say, continue what has been an unbelievable patch of form to see us pull away a little bit at the top of the Championship. We don't really want to... I mean, this is a lot of questions, good lord. Anyway, we don't really want to be looking at players to sign because we haven't got a lot of money. And the players don't want to join us anyway. So even if we were able to spend the money that we have got, it's probably unlikely we're going to get any quality players in, as we're struggling to control possession at the moment. And as that player that we highlighted very early on in the season, Skondras, who looks like an absolute world beater compared to the players we have, but he's buoyed in the centre of the park. I think Hamilton are a good team. I'm surprised they're struggling. Abby McKendry steps in there. Nicely done. McCreath, McBride. A bit of MacArthur and McBride getting in each other's way there, but McBride poaches on that. He finds McCreath, who sort of lashes at it. Should have done better, but not a sighter. We'll call it a sighter. Fleck finds McCreath down this left flank. Cross Smith there is under a challenge, but it's given away as a penalty. Devlin, the offender. And, it's hard to tell from this view, but McCreath scores. I thought Lucic was going to save it, but it was McCreath, and gives us our first lead over Hamilton we've ever had. So I'm delighted with that. Let's have a look here. McCreath. Yeah, Lucic get a palm to it, I think, but not going to keep that one out. And we take an early lead inside the first 15. Just a few minutes later then, here's Kemet Sass. Fosu can do that one. Can we win it? Petkoff does well. He's starting to grow on me. Here's McCreath now. Just pulls into the penalty area. Smith, no. Here's Dunsmore. Can he cross? He can, and Smith hits the crossbar. I thought we might get the rebound. We don't. It remains 1-0. 25 minutes played now. Here we come out of straight from a goal kick. MacArthur brings it forward. Fleck down this right side to Dunsmore. Crosses early. McCreath, keeper was no man's land. John Smith probably should have done better there. All he had to do was hit the target. Lucic was backpedaling. But never mind. And we're 10 or so minutes to go until half time. A goal kick here. Mackenzie, back up left back. Goes all the way back to Curry, who finds Johnson on this far right. Gives it to Dunsmore in the wing back position. Not a great ball. It goes all the way to Devlin. Skondras gives it back to Lucic. And now Hamilton will look to Bill, but that's a poor ball, and Dunsmore can bring this forward. McBride has found space down this right flank. A bit of a looped cross. McBride, good cross, but a bit of a poor finish from McCreath. You expect better there. I think maybe Smith and McCreath going for the same ball. But that will be half time then. Current scores you can see Inverness being held at Dunfermline and Ayr United 2-0 behind at St Mirren. So results going for us. We're the only team in the top three winning. I didn't mean to click that, playing without pressure. Obviously there's pressure when you're only 1-0 up against a team that you can't beat. So that's a stupid misclick from me. Hopefully it won't come back to bite us. And we get the second half underway, kicking right to left. And the corner early on, Smith. Oh, ping ball, and we don't get the benefit of it. A few blocks on the strikes there. Luck more than design. McKendry, Johnson, I don't think we're going to see anything more. That looked like it probably could have gone in if it hadn't been blocked. Petkoff Don't head it into the middle. That's, you know, hopefully that was the chance. But Hughes is streaking forward, and I'm not too sure what's going on. Parovic, Karetsinas, or whatever his name is, that's a decent... Well, I'm not too sure what's occurred there. It's apparently gone in off the bar. And that's really frustrating because Hamilton have had very little in this game. You can see there the ball gets sort of tangled between Hughes and I think McKendry. Parovic controls on the edge. This is the man, Karetsinas. Boyd gives it to Fosu, the man who strikes, and he hits it. Yeah, I mean, it's hit the bar and gone in off Curry, so he'll do well to claim that. But, you know, yeah, it's a little bit Kilmarnock when we were 3-1 up, to be honest. The goal they scored late was a bit of a joke, and that felt like it didn't strike, I suppose, but we just seem to have something wrong with us when we play Hamilton. They just seem to have our number. It doesn't help that we've never really been able to name our first 11 against them due to injuries and God knows what else, but never mind. You can moan all you like, but at the end of the day, we need to put a team out there, and we need to be better than we have been. Let's get George Clark on for MacArthur. Let's demand a bit more. As Lucic takes this free kick, and they pick it up. We haven't really settled in this second half. McBride brings it down this right flank, has to check, crosses, no one there, and this is where we now see we're on the back foot, we're pedalling backwards again. I thought we should have had that, Mackenzie, and you can see how many shirts they're getting forward, but that might well count in our favour as we go all the way right to McBride. What will he do? It's a terrible strike. He had to look for the man. Over, and it looks as though we're going to be held. 15 minutes to play, the one shot on target for Hamilton. For all our huffing and puffing, we've really not put them away as we should have done. I just don't have the striking options available due to the amount, the 2 or 3 strikers that we've got unavailable in Wallace and Dingwall. So Fitzpatrick comes on for McBride. We'll demand a bit more. It'll be disappointing to suffer at home. It feels like a defeat given the way it's gone, but I suppose really it's better than 0 points that we've been getting against Hamilton. And Dunsmore, maybe we can steal it later on. John Smith, the man who does score goals for us. McCreath, it's a poor header, straight at goal again. You know, I mean, it's just not been our day, has it? You know, we've deserved to win. We've had 6 clear-cut chances to 0, 1 shot on target to 8, and Hamilton sneak a point. Yeah, what can you say? I thought, are they going to sneak all 3? They are. It's absurd. It's an absolute joke. They've stolen all 3. It's beyond the time. It's the 3rd minute of all added time. An absolute pathetic joke. FM, indeed. 0 clear cuts to 6. And we're on another defeat to Hamilton. It's just something wrong with Hamilton. It's a decent save by Curry. Falls to Fosu, and in fairness, Curry probably should have saved it. Right. Well, it is a home defeat. It's, you know, Hamilton, you've taken 9 points off my team, and you've not played well in any of the games. I am embarrassed for you, and that's absolutely abysmal. That's absolutely abysmal. We'll be aggressive with the team because they're the ones that have missed the chances. You know, 6 clear cuts. We've only got ourselves to blame for only taking 1 of them. They were fortunate, yes. Disappointing collapse. I think luck has gone against us in that one. It's just Hamilton. 3 home games. We should be winning all 3. I worry how much those late goals have knocked confidence. Now, and those late goals there, see starting to slip in 83, 86 and 93. We need to put things right against Raytheon. I think we'll be back for that Rangers game, as I say. Do pop a like on there for at least being top of the championship and maybe getting the roller room job. And subscribe as well. I'll see you again on that next video. That'll be Rangers. Goodbye.